There seems to be an endless supply of people these days, more than willing to talk about how much good they are doing. Well, some of them actually deliver. Many of the people that truly make a difference day in and day out are usually the ones that do an incredible amount of good while managing to steer the spotlight away from themselves. Suffice to say that Cheryl Jensen is the latter. Her volunteer work and dedication first touched the world when she and others hatched a plan to distribute retired ski resort employee uniforms to impoverished areas in cold weather climates around the globe. She established the nonprofit Sharing Warmth Around the Globe, or SWAG, in 2000 to repurpose ski resort uniforms that were no longer being used from ski areas across Colorado. The program was such a success that she expanded the effort, partnering with the National Ski Areas Association to handle the administration of the program. Through these efforts, Cheryl created a way for ski areas across the country to come together in a unified way to make an impact around the world. SWAG has now distributed over 300,000 pieces of winter clothing to communities in over 30 countries since its inception.
SWAG really preceded the Vail Veterans Program. Cheryl saw that uniforms were being stored by all the ski resorts after they'd been used. And she said, this is crazy. We've got to get them on the backs of people who need them. She gathered us all together because she is magic in her way of inspiring people around her. And we sent these coats everywhere.
When Cheryl put her efforts behind getting recycled ski gear to those in need, Cheryl persevered through teamwork. She gathered the efforts of her networks to accomplish this mission.
In 2004, while working in Washington, D.C. for the SWAG program, Cheryl learned about the badly injured veterans from the war in Iraq that were receiving care at Walter Reed Hospital. As a former adaptive ski instructor, Cheryl knew the healing powers of snow sports on individuals with physical and mental disabilities. She devised a plan to bring a group of veterans to Vail to learn to ski. Back home in Vail, several months later, Cheryl met Captain Dave Roselle, who had lost his leg serving in Iraq. She told him of her idea. He told her that if she could raise the money to fund and organize the program, he would commit to getting wounded soldiers to participate. Cheryl was determined, raising the necessary funding and bringing together a multitude of partners to donate the in-kind services needed to bring her vision to life. In March of 2004, 7 wounded veterans flew from Walter Reed to Vail for what was supposed to be a one-time event. However, the impact of that experience was so life-changing that Cheryl knew that they had created something special, and the effort had to continue.
The determination that Cheryl showed to get the Vail Veterans Program off the ground was simply by her manner, the way about her. She could go to people and say, you know, this is something that we'd like to do to help these wounded vets, and you'd come away saying, I want to help, I want to participate, I want to be part of this.
And so the Vail Veterans Program was born. The following year, Joyce Rumsfeld attended in order for her to connect with the veterans directly, and a year later, she was accompanied by her husband, the Secretary of Defense, Donald Rumsfeld. The Rumsfelds learned firsthand about the wounds of war and connected with the participants and their families through their experiences on the mountain.
My favorite story about Cheryl was when we brought all the veterans to the firehouse for our final dinner for her winter program, and she got Don Rumsfeld and Joyce Rumsfeld to slide down the fire pole and do a shot of tequila. You know, who gets her down a fire pole and doing a shot of tequila? I mean, that's Cheryl, she's authentic.
Through Cheryl's tireless efforts, the Vail Veterans Program is now a world-class therapeutic program providing innovative offerings that build confidence and create lifelong connections among its participants, all free of charge. Most veterans that participate attend directly from Walter Reed, as well as Brooke Army Medical Center in San Antonio and the Naval Medical Center in San Diego.
She understood and appreciated the power of being on the mountain, the power of skiing, and what it could do to change the lives and change the trajectory of families that made great sacrifice.
Having that foundation, understanding the fundamentals, the logistics, everything that goes into getting, you know, a 300-pound military veteran missing one or multiple limbs on a monoski, up the mountain, down the mountain safely. I mean, you know, it's no small feat. And I think that, you know, her background was extremely helpful in shaping this program and ensuring that these veterans are safe and that they have a great time.
The Vail Veterans Program has now served over 3,000 severely wounded veterans and their families and caregivers, hosting 450 participants per year in winter and summer programs. They also offer military caregiver retreats designed specifically to empower and confront the specific challenges that caregivers face.
As time went on, Cheryl recognized that the whole family was involved when there was an injured member. She brought families out here. She continues to do that, and it's magical what it does for a family.
Cheryl's veteran ambassadors return to work with new participants, providing camaraderie and understanding that is not always available through adaptive programs serving the public. The unique approach takes veterans directly from the Veterans Administration hospitals and introduces them to the natural beauty and generosity of the people living in the Vail Valley. By keeping veterans active from the beginning of their recovery, their mental and physical health is greatly improved, giving hope and confidence in their future. Many veterans who have experienced the Vail Veterans Program have made Colorado their homes, becoming leaders in their communities and champions in life.
Cheryl recognized that with the Vail's Veterans Program, she could not only change their life, but save their life.
As a result of her efforts on behalf of our honored veterans, Cheryl has received numerous awards and recognition, including the Outstanding Public Service Medal from the Secretary of Defense, the Women's Outstanding Work Award from the Women's Foundation of Colorado, the Outstanding Civilian Servant from the Chief of Staff of the Army, and the Women in Industry Award from the U.S. Ski and Snowboard Hall of Fame.
It's learning how to relive our lives and make the most of our lives. And that sense of empowerment, that sense of accomplishment cannot be replaced in the healing of a service member, but really their entire family. And I start first with myself in experiencing that. I'm here because the Vail Veterans Program saved my life.
On behalf of the 10th Mountain Division, the United States Army, and the entire United States Armed Forces, we congratulate you, Cheryl. We are pleased and honored to welcome Cheryl Jensen to the Colorado Snowsports Hall of Fame as a member of the class of 2023.